from belting out rock tunes in his bedroom as a kid to being discovered on the American Idol stage way back in 2006, and in 2022 having one of the fastest rising rock songs on the chart with their hit single, Heavy is the Crown. Grammy-nominated Daughtry, fronted by none other than Chris Daughtry, is just getting better. So here to tell us all about their next chapter of music and to give us the details about the new collaboration of Separate Ways is Daughtry superstar frontman and namesake, Chris Daughtry. Chris, welcome to the show.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
I'm so good. Well, today is the 40th anniversary of the band Journey, releasing one of their all-time greatest hits, Separate Ways, World Apart. You are releasing your cover of this song today on the anniversary, and it is featuring Lizzie Hale of Hailstorm. I feel like this is a pretty big sign, of Journey and sign off on like just a moment. But like, how does it feel for you to be doing this?
It's surreal. I'm excited. I've gone through all the emotions this morning. We've been excited to release this for a minute now, and we found out the anniversary was coming up, and we were like, oh, that's the perfect time to release it. And I was watching the finale of Stranger Things, and they used Separate Ways in this incredibly epic scene. Me and my wife were watching. I was like, oh my gosh, this is the song we need to cover. We started kicking around the idea of making it a duet, and Lizzie and I had been talking for years about working together, and we have so much respect for each other as friends and as artists. And I called her up. I was like, would you be interested? And she was like, oh my gosh, that's my go-to karaoke song. I'm in.
Were you guys able to like physically get together to record it, or is it that kind of, post-pandemic Zoom thing that everyone's doing?
We actually were in the studio together.
Nice.
That was a first for a minute. Even the guys playing the track in the band, they played their tracks at home. Both Lizzie and I live in Nashville, so it made it easy to get in the same room together. And I have so many great memories of that day, just watching her just rip it on the mic, and she's such a pro, and so fun to watch. And I could gush forever.
I love it. Well, I want to talk about you for a little bit. You're an independent artist now, right?
Yes.
Your own label. You're answering to no one, and you really got back to like the rock side of Daughtry on that dearly beloved album, and radio and fans had a massive reaction to it. So what does that feel like to be in your own space and to put out, music that is like just true to your core?
It feels like home. It feels right. It feels like, and it's so weird because I was away from it for so long that I kind of lost sense of my own voice and my own artistic voice in a way. And I remember when I parted ways with RCA, and I was able to shut out everybody else's voice. All of a sudden I could hear my own and what I wanted and what I wanted to do. And I started listening to records that made me want to do this in the beginning, as a teenage youngster in my room, learning how to sing like my heroes, or trying to at least. And I started listening to those records again, like Alice in Chains and Live, Throwing Copper, and those records that just made me excited to want to be a rock singer. And I was like, why am I not doing this? And it just became very clear once I had no one to answer to what I wanted to actually do. And it wasn't focused on hits or trying to, write a single for radio. It was like, just write from the heart and see what comes out and let it live where it lives. And it's funny how that became so well received from the fans who had been, I would assume, had been kind of expecting or hoping for this type of record for a very long time.
Yeah.
So it felt really amazing when it was unanimous across the board. Everyone was like, oh, finally, this is what we've been waiting for. And I'm like, yeah, same. And it just felt right. It felt good. And I haven't looked back.
I love that for you, and fans are rooting for you for, of course, the music is fire, but for so many other reasons as well. You have been through a lot, as we know, some significant loss.
It's been a crazy couple years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, just significant losses on the family side. As we begin the new year, like, how are you navigating life now? How are you pushing forward? How are you feeling?
One day at a time.
Yeah,
Some days are easier than others. The holidays are obviously, a little harder. It brings up a lot of memories and good memories. Memories that it takes us through a roller coaster of emotions. My mom's birthday is in December, and that we always, she, her, and both my daughter Hannah were both, they loved Christmas. Like, it was their favorite time of the year. So
yeah,
it was, that's something that certainly brings up a lot of emotions and memories. And I don't think you ever get past that, and that's okay.
yeah,
You learn to live with that, and still celebrate the memories you had, and allow the emotions, and just, some days are hard, and we don't hide it from our kids. Some days we struggle, and that's life. That's seeing that we're vulnerable enough to not hide those emotions from them, because it is a part of life, and it is something that we don't want to shelter them from. And and I think that's a healthy way of navigating it on the days that are hard. You just, you allow it. That's the best thing I've learned is allow it, and try not to beat yourself up with guilt for things you didn't say or didn't do, because you can't change that. But what you can do is apply that to how you interact with who you are with, and
yeah.
who is still with you. And um, you take those lessons, and you put on a brave face, and you move on.
Oh, Chris, well, just my heart goes out to you and your wife and your family still. But it's so good to see you just back to doing what you do so well and just inspiring so many other people with your music and your story. So just so appreciative. Thank you for being here and taking the time and for sharing this rock, like, just hit with us.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Oh no, it's been such a pleasure. Guys, we know you have an upcoming tour in the UK. So guys, make sure to look into that. It kicks off in March and fans are excited for it. Everyone go stream Separate
Yeah.
Ways as well. That is out now. Chris, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Be well.